Hello, everybody. Welcome into Saturday, August 10th, 2024. Ken Stott Live with the Zoom Homies. The Zoom Homies with Ken Stott Live. We have Bill, Rich, Don't Bother Me, I'm Eating, Greg Guy, Ghetto, and Chris Garrett have joined us already.
Bobby.
I got to make an adjustment in my Zoom because Ghetto is way too loud. So I got to go into audio settings.
Tony Wallow said normal ooh.
Yeah, YouTube's probably good. Zoom's a little loud for me, so I just made a slight adjustment back a little bit on that, and we'll see how that goes. So it's Saturday. My son called me about 10:30 and says, "Hey, would you like to play golf today?" I'm sure I've got plans for the afternoon, but I can squeeze in around the golf. I'll let you know. Cool. And my brother about 11:30. "Hey, would you like to play golf today?" Sure. Got plans for this afternoon. Say about the same spiel. And we went to the Philippine Culture Center. My studio is more of a Philippine Culture Center than that Philippine Culture Center is. Absolutely the biggest disappointment by years. They had like 4 things there. This mural, one on the outside wall, and a couple things inside. I do have.
John Williams said, "Hey Ken."
John Williams, like the classic cars today. Great, yeah. It was truly a big bonus yesterday when we went down there. We went down there for the dinner because I had been recommended to eat at Millie's McGee's Diner, and that did not disappoint. And the car show, well, that was just icing on the cake, so to speak. Anyway, back to this. They're 4 years in existence. They're a nonprofit organization. They don't have a full-time staff. They have a kitchen, a dining room, a rec room, and a room they're trying to open preschool for children in. That's it. If you look at their website, man, this thing looks like it's got all kinds of artifacts, and it looks like it's got all kind of history and all. It was horrible. She didn't admit it, but I know Mrs. K was kind of disappointed. And when the guy was explaining it to us as we were walking away, she said something to the effect of, "Well, he really didn't tell me anything I don't already know, because I grew up in the Philippines." And I'm like, good point. So, needless to say, that was a total bust. We got home about 3:10, 3:15, something like that. I immediately texted my son and my brother, "Hey, I can play golf now. Let me know where, when, what time, and all that." 2 hours later, aka Alex Cheek, I hear from my son. "Can't play, something's come up. Sorry I didn't let you know sooner." That's good. I still haven't heard from my brother, and we're looking at 7 hours now, aka Alex Cheek. So, do I, Chris?
Is Millie McGee, is she related to Bobby McGee?
Well,
Tony Wallow said, "Wonka Wonka Wonka."
I said the same thing that you're thinking, that as we were driving through the countryside, I told Mrs. K, I said, "I just wonder if Millie's Bobby McGee's sister or mother,
look your door,
or dare I say, wife." Who knows, Chris? Who knows? But it's funny that I thought it and you thought it as well. You just spoke it in text, so to speak. So, I don't know. I know the food was good. I should have asked to meet Millie herself, but I didn't. There were a few women running around there that probably could have fit the bill, so to speak, to be Millie, but I didn't want to embarrass anyone, especially myself. Mrs. K has got an ad on Firefox. I once again am monitoring on Google, and I don't have an ad. I want to make sure that I'm live. Sometimes
Tony Wallow said Mrs. K.
There we go. Now I'm live. Sometimes my browsers don't stay on a live status for some reason. If I go away, they don't stay live. I have to go back and hit the button to go back to live, and then we're good to go.
yes, Katie. Okay.
So I got back in time to finish watching the rest of Doug's. I paused the show when I left. My intent was, key word there was, to watch it from when we walked out the door to when we walked back in the door, catch up on everything. I did not do that. I forget why I didn't do that, but I just went to a new tab, opened up Doug, and started right then and there at that point in time, which by then wasn't that much to go in the show. So did he get the Microsoft mystery solved today? I have no idea.
You gotta solve what it was.
What was it truly Microsoft or was it someone scammed? It was Microsoft. Okay.
And they just wanted to do a full reinstall of Windows on it.
Okay. Was that necessary or was that just the easy way out?
That's what Microsoft discovered was doing.
Okay. And then I never did fully quite understand what the point was getting a hold of Microsoft because of a failed update. Was that it?
I gather.
A single update. One single update.
I lost interest after a while.
Okay.
I don't think you have to do a reinstall just cause a bad update, but
Yeah, that's kind of my thinking too, Chris. Is that's why I wanted to clarify it. Jim says probably the easy way out. Exactly. But I mean, depending on what the update was, wasn't there an update here a month, 2 months ago or so that everybody was failing because it had something to do with BitLocker, and if you didn't have BitLocker, then do I, Chris?
server drive, even on Windows 10, it had that error.
Okay.
2441 or something. It ended in a KB something in 2441 or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. I didn't write the number down. I don't have BitLocker inactive or enabled or whatever it is on either computer, so it doesn't really
Have it BitLocker. It was still given that.
Oh,
error.
okay. I didn't know that.
I think
I'm
that
gonna-
made it easier because 5 people already looked at the machine and did different things, and nobody knows what anyone else did.
Yeah. Well, 5 people from Microsoft or just 5
Yeah.
different? Oh, well. Sometimes the right hand doesn't know what the left hand or left hand or left hand or left hand's doing. Wait, that's only 4 hands. Or the right hand. So you never
And
know.
sometimes it's easier, it's better to start off from the beginning.
Jim said that didn't work. Okay. I've got some news to ruin Greg's dinner. He's just going to love this. It's Da Vinci related, by the way. I did an experiment again today. I created the same thing on both machines. The old machine with the graphics card and the new machine without the graphics card. The machine with the graphics card rendered out the project in 15 seconds. What? Chris, I'm hearing background. I'm going to mute your mic just for a second.
I'll be.
The machine with no graphics card took 2 minutes and 37 seconds. So even with a slower, older graphics card in the old machine, it's still far better than with just a CPU processor. So Sean and I have talked, and I know approximately when the graphics card will be getting here from Arizona. And we'll see. Hopefully with it being far better than the one that's in that old machine, I'm thinking that 15 seconds might be 6-7 seconds. I mean, it's not a complicated thing. It was just something I looked up just to see, take an apple, compare it to an apple, and let's see what it does. And I was quite shocked at 15 seconds. And then the 2:37, I was like, well, that's interesting too, because I thought it would be minute, maybe minute 15, 2:37. So there's your daily Da Vinci news, so to speak. I'm going to ask Chris to unmute. I think I do that through, I don't know how I do that. Chris should be able to unmute though. I think it's set to where, yeah, you can unmute yourself, Chris, when you...
I'm unmuted.
Okay, there you go. I wanted to make sure that that actually works. So that's why it was the worst Saturday, or the worst Monday on a Saturday for me, is just nothing. I mean, nothing went the way that it should have. I was kind of looking forward. My son wanted to play, and I quote, I can't putt worth a. So I want to play on a course where I can hit the ball a
Jim
long way.
KJ3N said, "Is this on?"
I think so. Hold on. Let me grab my hammer and hit the screen, make it look like it's breaking. And I wouldn't have mind playing a bigger course.
Tony Wallow said really.
Yeah, really. I kid you not. He used an expletive that's not family friendly, so I can't tell you exactly what he said. So I looked up a couple courses that had some link to them, and going to cost a little bit more. It's Saturday, so they got the weekend rates. And then wanted to take her to there, and that just didn't materialize. We did find a brand new Asian store in the area that's just getting started. However, they are from, I think Mrs. K said Thailand, I think. They're not Filipino. They are, and she's going to carry some with YouTube. It's all about the t-shirts. Yes, this is clean. I know what I wore a couple days ago. Mrs. K washed clothes this morning. It is clean, so I just wore it again today. I actually like this shirt. It's comfortable, and I don't know who the Tokyo Ghoul is, and I think that's a play on Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know, just me. I do have a new t-shirt to wear. I'll debate English. I'll debut it next week. And I got a couple things going on for next week already that I'll announce on Sunday night, which is tomorrow. And it looks like the mouse is still showing over there.
Engrish.
Yes, English. That's right. Something I have yet to master. The one thing that caught both her eye and my eye, actually it was our ear, the guy was giving us a tour of the place.
Tony Wallow said, "Hello, Grekai."
And you can rent the kitchen and the dining room area, and there was two of them. The one's kind of a daycare dining room for $24 an hour, $100 for 4 hours. So we both kind of looked at each other at the same time and said, that would be a good thing for the meals and memory thing that we got going. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no, it would be for the room, sure. But as far as the kitchen itself goes, because then you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're washing dishes, and those fall into that 4-letter word W-O-R-K that I don't like. So we're going to kind of discuss that back and forth and see. Plus, it's all the way up here in Indianapolis, and I don't know if anyone would want to come up to the big city, if you will. Pretty much a flop day for me. Oh, yes, and by the way, I did get a 3-hour nap in, Greg.
I didn't.
John Williams said, put the last of the big chunks of the mulberry tree out to the curb today with help from a neighbor.
I mixed up some special weed killer to kill the nutsedge grass in the front. And then I got my battery charged with my new battery charger and new battery that I got from Harbor Freight this afternoon, which is only one stoplight away. And then about 7:30, I put on a pair of gloves, took the reciprocating saw out there, and started cutting down that Christmas tree.
What do you got against Christmas trees?
It was half dead.
Oh, well, I can understand that then.
This side of it was all brown. The other side was green.
Well, water both sides. Don't just water the one side.
I do water both sides.
He bought that. I can't believe that.
Did Uncle Lewis burn down your tree?
Yeah. I've got a big pine out in our front, a Christmas tree, whatever you want to call it, and I'm really thinking about going to 7 feet from the ground and cutting all the branches off, and then at 7 feet the branches will start.
Jim KJ3N said, bloody hell.
Yep, Darren has showed up. Now
That's
it looks
what Roger Cook does on this old house.
Cuts off the bottom. Yeah.
If a branch hits his head, he cuts it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. My neighbor across the street did that. When he was explaining it to me, I thought, that's going to be kind of ugly. But you know what? It's not all that bad, and it does kind of grow on you. So I'm thinking if I reach up, stand on my feet, obviously, where else would I stand? Reach up and cut everything at that height, that's going to be plenty tall enough. We will see. Got 2 more houses sent to us today. Both of them had upstairs. Both of them had HOA. So they had 2 strikes out the gate. We never even looked at the interior of the houses. And they were a little pricey as well. So We watched the movie Passengers last night with Chris Pratt and I don't know who's the female star in that.
I don't know, some broad with tits.
Family friendly. Yeah, not Jennifer. Mrs. K. Who was the woman star in that show last night? Yeah, no. King Kong. Yeah, Passengers. Yes. Who? Jennifer Rowland? I don't know.
Gina Rowland.
Jennifer Lawrence. Got it. Jennifer Lawrence. She's complaining about my hearing, but I got these things in my ear and I can't really hear too well. Good movie. Science fiction. Kind of predictable. It had Lawrence Fishburne in it. Lawrence Fishburne. Larry, you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, briefly. And then then she wanted to watch another movie, so we started watching one
Engrish.
that was apparently from 1958, subtitled in English and Chinese at the same time, dubbed in broken, horrible English. At one point in time, I asked her, I said, "Are you watching this?" And to which I hear snoring. I'm like, movie's over. Time to end this nonsense. So, oh my goodness. It was dumb. Now, tonight we are going to watch a movie that I've seen at least once, and that's going to be, I think, part 2 of the Jack Reacher movie series, I think. It's either the first one or the second one. I'm not sure which. She wants to watch it. We were watching Perry Mason during dinner, and it came up as you might like this. I don't know how Perry Mason correlates to Jack Reacher, but it was suggested to us. So Jennifer Lawrence. Thank you, Jim. I thought it was a decent movie. I thought the movie itself was pretty decent. I would love to see the background. Oh, somebody got a package. Oh, what'd you get, Bill?
This has got the CPU in.
In that box?
No.
Oh.
There's a unit right over there. This needs a RAM in the storage.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Jeff. How long will my internet last? The clock starts now.
All right.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
Don't touch the keyboard.
Yeah. Jeff, back away slowly. There you go. The other Jeff may or may not be here. He's got grandchildren duty this evening, so he did send me a message earlier in the night, and I understand that. Family first, by all means, family first. So, not a problem whatsoever. The dad joke is working, although I do need to resize the flag of Arkansas. I think I said flag. I'm not 100% sure on that. Now that one came through pretty quick. I don't know if we cooled that one down or not. I don't think I did. So those probably can run in succession pretty quickly, as fast as you can type, as a matter of fact, I would say. Yep, there's another. There's one. How did the hipster burn his tongue? He drank his coffee before it was cool. Kind of reminds us of people eating pizza. By the way, speaking of pizza, Ghetto, did you burn your tongue today? And just like it was planned.
3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, I don't think he made it a full minute, to be quite honest. I think he was here less than. I'll have to go back and watch it and see. That's got to be so frustrating. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I can handle that or not.
Why is his computer doing that?
He's got some issues with Zoom or something. Yeah, really, Chris. How would we know? We only help other people out here.
I guess we've all had those.
So, Jeff, we estimated that to be between a minute and 2 minutes. What is your estimation?
Yeah, maybe a little less.
And no idea why it does it. It just locks up.
Yes.
You didn't by chance buy that from somebody in Pennsylvania, did you?
No.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no.
Remember,
Hell no.
call the tech service in Pennsylvania. He can fix it.
Yeah.
The one in Sheridan, Arkansas built it for him.
There's the one Doug borrowed off of me today for his trailer, which, by the way, was really funny. I've got some things to show you. I think I saved it. Doug and I were having a chat message exchange back and forth, which was pretty hilarious.
OneFish26 said we should go through all of your settings, Jeff. Check for any conflicts, etc.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
No.
Time consuming, but not a bad idea. Did you ever reach out to Doug and see if maybe he could help?
No, I didn't. Not yet.
Would you like me to do that anonymously for you?
Yeah.
Asking
Yep.
for a friend whose name is not Jeff Pearl. I mean,
Yeah.
Other than the Microsoft issue today and Alex telling us about the whatever it was he said, was anything else accomplished on Doug's today?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a slow day. I'm going to do what the Filipinos do. I'm going to do a 30-minute live stream silently for watch hours.
Yeah.
They do. That's
I got
popular
some.
over there.
Engrish.
I got some news.
Good or bad?
Depends on which way you look at it.
Okay.
My son called and left me a voicemail. I found a truck. I'm going to sell my car.
Okay. Is it financed?
Yeah.
Can he get enough to pay for the financing? Or is he trading it in for the truck?
He didn't say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be construed as good and bad, both, actually.
Well, he's down to 15,000. That's all he owes. And it's 2020.
Wow. Does he need a truck or just wants a truck?
He wants a truck because he believes the world's going to come to an end.
Oh, yeah, and it's easier to sleep in a truck than it is a car, right? Great. How tall is your son?
About 6 foot.
Oh, see? Needs a truck. Put a
He's
camper
bald.
shell on it, sleep in the back.
He's completely bald. He has been since his mid-20s.
Wow. Don't think that has anything to do with sleeping in a truck, but well, it's good to know.
He used to have hair below his ass.
Well, that's a little more personal than what we really needed to know, but okay. Are we boundarying the family limits tonight or what? Long Dog says, wow, in all my years of owning cars and purchasing new ones, typically I never spent $15,000 and these were new cars. I don't know what we spent on the Honda that we now own, and I don't see we're ever going to buy a new vehicle or newer vehicle or another vehicle for that matter. Even though the Honda dealer here locally every week sends us a brochure saying you should trade your car in and get something newer. And that, no thank you. Car payment is not missed, believe me. Ski Man says hello to everybody. I got to join the world somewhere and big payment once you get to it. Yeah. Do I, Chris?
They wouldn't give you nothing for a used car much, probably.
Oh gosh, no. They probably would not give us anything near what would make it worth my while to trade that car in to get another car payment. And we sure aren't going to take a 2016 car and trade it for something newer, like let's just say 2023, and not have any car payments. That's just not going to happen. So we're good. We like the car. It's in good sound shape. I found one thing today that's got me puzzled. Across the front of the hood at about waist, no, I don't know. I'll measure it to get you guys a height reference, but there's all kind of little blue dots, almost like someone's taking a blue pen and going dot, 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 like that. They don't wipe off. I tried. I pointed it out to her, and she was like, well, what is that from? Well, I don't know, because it's almost like the car is, you know, bouncing up against something. I'm the only one that drives the car that I know of. I have not bumped into anything ever. Now, I almost backed over the water heater today, long story, in the garage. I seriously had a senior citizen moment during that. I'll tell you about it after the stream's over.
Miss Daisy moment.
No, Miss Daisy was sitting right beside me and had nothing to do with her. I don't know. Ghetto, what are you eating? Ice cream.
Ice cream. We all cream for ice cream.
Ghetto, we've talked about you screaming. Do not scream into Zoom. You complain about people scaring the hell out of you. What do you think happens when you scream? What?
Engrish.
Any possibility it has something to do with spot? Well, I'll get a picture of it, Long Dog, and show that to you guys tomorrow night. I doubt that it has any. It's on the outside of the car, number one, for the plastic bumper. And
Tony
it's
Wallow
about
said what?
that long of an area, and it's about maybe this thick, maybe. It's not like it's been bumped up against concrete or another car. Yeah, I'm out playing bumper cars on the highway is what it is. So I have no idea what it is. I really don't. And
Got any fruit trees around where you drive?
No. There is not. And it's only on the front. So, is there paint that has been removed? Do what, Greg?
That's where the birds sit at and poop.
If they did, it would be, I would think, all over the car. And this is just such a minute area on the car. I mean, the only thing...
John Williams said Sharpie?
No, it's blue. It's a turquoise blue color. That's what caught my eye. We're walking out of the store, and I'm like, what the heck is that blue stuff on the car? So I reached down and tried. It does not come off. And then I got to looking at it even more. It looks like a Sharpie, but it's blue, turquoise blue. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I got to get some, my throat's getting dry. I want to thank everyone for being here on YouTube tonight. I want to thank the Zoom homies. I know that's pretty generic and not very specific. I tried
John
an experiment
Alloy Sr.
today that went horribly
WB3HPE
wrong.
said good evening, everyone.
Thank you,
See
John.
you next Friday.
We will see you on Friday. Thank you, John and Tony. I got to get with Rick and Tony. Hopefully they both join and we can get
John
into the
Williams
breakout room.
said thanks, Ken.
You're quite welcome, John. So there, not so generic after all. I'm hitting the. Oh, by the way, I did catch Doug's ending of the stream when he said I hit the Brian Lightfoot button. See, my philosophies are catching on. Good night, everybody. Be sure to hit the Doug button.